I try to see climate change as part of the adventure, but when it rains 6 days in a row, which keeps happening, that's not an adventure. I think I wouldn't mind it in a van that I could stand up and walk around in, but I'm trying to hold out as long as I can because I don't want to spend all my money on gas. And I do love driving around. Because coming across things like this makes it all worthwhile. Even just a random giant strawberry makes me forget about everything else. And all these cute little towns. I didn't know my GPS was taking me into Nebraska, but here's some kind of a windmill collection. They're all vintage. Pretty much a windmill outdoor museum. I am now in South Dakota. And first on my agenda is to find an abandoned mining town in the Black Hills here. I'm just going to hike around until I find it. Part of an old car. I don't know if there's bears in this area. Hopefully not. A bear! Can. An old bear can, that is. Back in the days when the pull tab came off. I see a structure. I think we found it. There's gold in them thar hills. This town was called Spokane, and it was founded in around 1890 for gold mining. But the mine here also produced a lot of other metals. Should I walk up these stairs? Looks a little sketchy. No cell service up here if I fall. I wonder what this building was used for. Look at that wallpaper. Looks like it's from the 1930s. I think the structure was the schoolhouse, and it must have just recently collapsed. Somebody posted a picture on the internet a couple of years ago, and it was still standing. This town had its best year financially in 1927, and that's when they could afford to build this schoolhouse. Then the gold mine failed around 1940, and the town was eventually abandoned. I think that's a root cellar. That's a well. Look at these old cars. They look 1940-ish to me. Hopefully somebody who sees this video can identify what kind of cars these are, because I have no idea. Maybe my father will know. Bullet holes in that door. Were they expensive cars? Gold miners should be able to afford a decent car, I would think. They might be hard to identify in this state. I see some more collapsed structures in the distance. No point venturing out for that. Well, I'm glad I saw what's left of it, because the rest of these buildings will probably collapse pretty soon. Hopefully I can find my way back. Now we're going to drive through some cool tunnels. There's snow on the ground in June? I don't know if that's normal for this altitude or if it's just some more weird weather. Here we go. These rock formations remind me of New Mexico, except for the color. In New Mexico, they're reddish. This tunnel is called the Eye of the Needle.